Hello, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Ask Us Anything. We are Mike and Jennifer Wendland, and we're coming to you from our RV on a cold fall night. 56 degrees out there, and if you listen carefully, you can hear it. We're actually having to run the heater in the RV.
It's nice and snug in here, nice and warm.
Last-
Rain's falling outside.
Wasn't the air conditioner on last week?
Yeah.
Duh. Yeah, it's strange.
Might be on next week. Who knows?
Yeah. Did everybody see this? By the way, this is a picture taken this afternoon at Glacier National Park. Let me pull that up. Look at that. That is looking at Swift Current Lake by Glacier National Park. Isn't that something? They got like 4 feet of snow in parts of Glacier National Park this today. And I saw the governor of Montana has declared a state of emergency because of the unexpected early snow.
Boy,
Wow.
so bummed that we're not there.
Yeah. Speaking of snow, we got some new things. Well, actually, I should show you. Let's see if I can do this.
Okay, let me get
We,
here.
I have no connection with this company, but I don't know if you've seen them advertised. They're called Mixtiles. They will take your phone pictures. See them back there? I put 3 of those up on the wall. And then up in the galley, there's one of Bo in the snow up in the top left. That's Bo. And it's one of my favorite pictures that we took this past year. And these things are pretty cool. They're on a little back with the sticky thing. You can put them on any fabric, and you can actually take this off and put new ones on or move it around. So I just took a bunch off of our cell phone. There's one of us. Do you know where that was, Jennifer?
The Adirondacks.
No.
Oh, no, I failed the test.
You failed the test. That's Glacier.
Oh.
That was Glacier, which has 4 feet of snow.
No, don't gas me anymore since I
I'm going to see
failed
if you
that
can
one.
do this. You know where that was?
Probably Florida.
Nope. North Carolina. I remember all of these.
Well, that's because you picked them out.
Yeah, well, you remember where that one
I can't
was?
forget the alpaca farm.
That was
Yeah.
in
Mexico.
New Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, New Mexico alpaca farm.
That was fun.
And, okay, where's this? Where's this one?
Florida.
Florida. That's our beach. We'll be down there in a couple weeks.
I only know that one because you told me.
And then this one?
That was the cattle ranch. That was so much fun.
In
Everybody
Kansas.
needs to go there.
That was fun. So
Yes,
that was Kansas.
That was really fun.
So anyway, that's a
Super
company.
fun.
It's a company called Mixed, Mixtiles, and I'm very happy with them. I got a bunch of them, and I was going to put 2 of them right there behind us, a couple of them, but I just remembered that's the Murphy bed that would that would not do well. There's no glass in them. It's just a, I don't know, what would you call that?
Matted finish.
Matted
Oh,
finish,
yeah.
but it's really nice, and so and you can get different sizes. So anyway, doing a little decorating. Hey, let's say hi to everybody who's here, first of all. Oh my gosh, there's a bunch of you. Let's start. First on our list is Vanessa. My Life, My Journey says hello. And that's right, you are first, Vanessa. Hi
are
to
first.
Mark Gomez. And she says, I thumbs up the video already. Thank you. I
you.
like that. That's even great. Shorty Gatewood is here. And Mark says he doesn't have any sound. Well, there's sound. Not yet. That must be before we came on. So that would have been it. Okay, question. Is it actually a myth that you cannot use biodiesel in a Mercedes-Benz Sprinter van? Love leisure vans. That's what this is, the leisure travel van. However, my understanding is that the only fuel used in certain states, I think you meant to say. It is a myth. Now, I've gone over this a couple of times. We've done a whole podcast interview with Mercedes. If you're traveling one of the states where they only have biodiesel, Minnesota sometimes I think restricts them, and 1 or 2 of the states out west, fill it up. It's not gonna hurt your engine. If you had a steady diet of biodiesel, it would probably be a different thing. But Mercedes never had a case where biodiesels caused damage, and this is according to an interview I did a couple of months ago with one of their engineers, their top engineer. And you'll hear people on the forums that, the armchair engineers, they consider themselves experts. So, oh, you can't use it. Well, you can. Obviously, if you're traveling through a state and that's the only kind that's there, it's not going to ruin your engine if you get a tank full. And then, but try not to get it. They're not meant for that. And I'm sure that's going to have to change as more states adopt biodiesel. But in general, try and avoid it. But it is a myth. You can use it if you have to, and that's always good. All right, Brian Fisher says, "Hey y'all, hi y'all." Matthew is checking in from Cooksville, Ohio. Corrine, good evening. I've been wondering if you like the full-time rear view camera.
Love it.
Yes. Would like to have one installed, but wondering if it's worth it. Thank you very much. Enjoy your videos and honesty.
Now, we got the cheaper one. You got
We
one
did.
that's about $200.
Yeah.
So, but it works fine.
Yeah, I don't know
But
if
the
you can
other one
see it up there in the
you said there was
dashboard.
another one about 800 or so.
Can you see it
Eight,
up there? It's getting
900.
pretty dark. It's right in the middle. You see my GoPro camera, and right to the left of it is the screen for one. But
It
yeah,
is very nice.
the one I have is only 720 resolution, 720 pixels, and if you could get one that's 1080, that would be better. But yes, it's just like having a rear view mirror, and
I kind of think of it as my rear view mirror.
yeah. So we that was
I'd like to know what's going on behind me.
I'm very happy with the side view mirrors, and but that rear view mirror thing, it works great.
You've got a great view of behind you.
You do
Yeah.
you really do, and it
I mean,
does.
the side view mirrors are wonderful the way they're designed.
Yeah.
You know, they're fantastic. You probably don't need that camera, but I like it.
Yep, it works pretty good. Matthew, have you ever been in an accident? Does insurance cover you as well as car insurance? Do you have emergency RV rental coverage when it's in the shop like cars? Never have we been in an accident. Thank the Lord
goodness.
for that. I mean, we drive a lot of miles. This thing we bought in March, and we just turned 15,000 miles on it.
I know.
I mean, we're really, and since we bought this, it's our miles, and it's like, wow, that's a
When
lot.
it wasn't our miles,
We did,
you
yeah,
don't think about it much.
but we do drive it a lot. I don't know what my insurance covers if it's in the shop. I think I do have
I
that
think you have to buy
coverage.
special coverage.
Yeah, it's a little add-on that you can get. I think I do have that.
We'll have to look.
We have never really had to make a claim on RV insurance yet in 8 years. We did get broken into once when we were in Illinois, along the Mississippi there, on the Mississippi side, on the Illinois side of the Mississippi. But what they took out of here, homeowners actually covered it. So that was pretty good. But so far we've not had to call on our insurance, and let's hope we never do.
I mean, we've had a flat tire, and we just fixed it. What else have we had?
That's it that I can think of. No real
I
dings.
mean, we had
or,
a couple little scrapes, like backing into something once, but it wasn't our RV.
It was an RV, and the company that was providing the RV for us fixed that. So I didn't. Yeah.
We
Come to
have
think of
been-
it, it wasn't
we
actually. I
have
just got
been-
backed into it.
We
It was
were very spoiled.
I was backing into a parking lot at a
At a
Cracker
Cracker
Barrel
Barrel.
late one night. We didn't follow the 3:30 rule.
And I also didn't get out to look.
Yeah, and I could see there was nothing behind me, but they had
And
a
that's
big
another
light pole
thing
back
about
there.
that camera that's low.
Yeah.
No, you can't see anything. You just see low.
And
The
now
camera
this-
that most
this
people
new one
have.
camera is
This
pretty good.
camera, you would have seen that.
Yep.
It wouldn't have happened.
So we've been lucky so far, Matthew. Thank you for asking. Carla from Overland Park, Kansas. We're looking to purchase a leisure Unity van soon, but need space for golf clubs. Is there any inside storage in your Unity that would hold the clubs? I think maybe.
Well, there's different floor
Yeah,
plans.
there's different floor plans, but I think you could get a set of clubs in that wardrobe right there, couldn't you? You think you could? Can you see that?
Well, I think you could just
I
get
think you could
different
do it.
Unities have
And-
space.
I keep
excuse me,
disconnecting myself
when
here.
you're shopping, you can ask which floor
there we go.
plans have room for. I mean, automatically, I think of the Wonder with the basement. I mean, that's you got room for all bikes and everything. in
Yeah,
that
the
one.
Leisure Wonder certainly has room. They have a full
Yeah.
basement.
But they're all different as as. To
But
the
I think
space.
you could get some golf clubs in there. That's about 5 feet tall.
You have to
And
measure that.
I don't know about this one over here too.
No.
I'm not going to move it because I keep disconnecting
no,
things
that's
here.
definitely a wardrobe. No.
But that one you probably could. And there is a side outdoor compartments about that tall, so you could probably put them on the sides as well. So you need to go to a show and measure up how much room your golf clubs take, and then you can see how that would work out.
Perhaps you can just
and do it.
call them, measure how big your golf clubs are, how much space you need, and ask somebody
Yeah,
who's
just give
knowledgeable.
them, just ask them.
Call a dealership.
Karen Hicks from Texas, love the Homer RV you featured in your video from Indiana. Homer RV. I don't know of any Homer RV. Oh, I bet you mean Heimer, that new European model. Yes, that was. I was thinking of The Simpsons when you saw that. Oh, duh. What does he say? Duh.
I
But
don't
that,
know.
you're talking about the Heimer RV. Yes, that was a really sharp one. It's on the Mercedes chassis, but they re-engineered everything with more windshields and fabulous interior. You like that?
Yeah, it was very attractive.
That's a prototype. It's not a prototype. They actually sell it in Europe, but they hope to bring it over here. They were getting reaction from the dealers, and the dealers all loved it at the show in Indiana last week. And I'm sure that Thor intends to visit. We caught Thor CEO
Martin.
Bob Martin, and he said that that's why they have it there is to like it. So
Right, had to see how people feel, how they react to it, and it was very attractive.
yeah. Did you try Android Auto yet? No, I didn't. I forgot all about it, to tell you the truth. I use iOS, Apple. I do have an Android phone now. I carry both an Android and an Apple, and I got to hook it up. I have forgotten. Thank you, Marilyn, for reminding me. Jennifer is making a note to remind me to try it. So I will try it this week, and I'll and then let you know next week. Ohio says hello. Here's somebody in Montana. Peter and Barb, I don't know what part of Montana, but I saw that showed you that picture at the top of Glacier, but holy cow. Ron Stacy from Ontario, Canada, just down the I-10 from Fontana. And Ron, that's a good time for us to promote where we will be this week. We are leaving soon for California. Here we come. And we will be spending the weekend in Fontana, California at the California RV Show, which opens on Friday. It's actually such a big show, it runs for 2 weeks, and we will be there Friday and Saturday. And Ron, we hope that we can see you both of those days, or one of them at least. We'll be doing meet and greets in the morning. We will be at the California camping RV area. There's a little demo about where you can camp in California. They have a display area. We'll hang out there. That's also where the RVIA, the organizers of the show, the Recreation Vehicle Industry of America, will be kind of hanging out at that booth in the morning. And then afternoons we'll be over at the Leisure Travel Vans display, both Friday and Saturday at the California RV Show. It's a huge show, new location in Fontana at the California Speedway. No parking. They used to charge $15 when they were down the road there in Pomona. So
You don't mean to say no parking. You mean a lot of parking. No charge
no,
for
no
parking.
charge for parking. Yes, there's plenty of parking. Thank you for correcting me.
I think we got to adjust that heat.
It's getting pretty warm.
Yeah, it's getting pretty hot. I just wanted to take the chill out. I don't want to.
Okay, so
We'll be right back.
So tell everybody to come to California.
Okay, and
when we're
before
there.
anybody asks, I'm going to tell them right now that no, we're not driving out there. We're flying out there. California's a long drive. So we're going to go out there and say hi to folks and then fly
Now
back.
we would like to have driven out there in this, but we just finished the Elkhart show. We had to do the video, which is now up on the YouTube channel here.
For that,
It
we
is
just finished
just-
the Hershey show.
And after that, we finished the Hersey show.
Before
Before that, so there was no time for us to drive out there. So we're flying out Thursday, and flying back Sunday, and then we're home for 2 days, and then we're going.
Mackinac Island, one of my favorite places.
And my lifelong traveling companion's favorite place, I would say, not one of them, is Mackinac
Yeah,
Island,
I think
Michigan.
it really is my favorite place.
And we're going to be there for
Just a couple
the
days.
weekend after.
Just a couple days.
And then we come home from that for 2 days, and then we are in this and drive south towards Florida and Georgia, where we'll hang out till Thanksgiving time or so. So, and we'll do some rest and relaxation because this has been a really busy season. Anyway, Ron, we hope we meet you and anybody else at the California RV Show this coming weekend. It's always fun. We really enjoy California, so come say hi. Let's see. Hi from Prescott, Arizona. Does the FX, that's this model we're in now, our RV, the Unity FX, have 4 seat belts, and how do you rate the comfort of the Murphy bed?
2 seat belts.
And that's for us a big draw.
That's a big sadness for me. We could add one more
back there in the rear lounge. We can put one.
We can put one more that would be legal, because we
there
want
the
it
air
legal.
conditioner. The heating's off now.
That's good.
You comfy?
Yes,
you
and
warm?
the comfort. I mean, we are spoiled. We have so much room in
this
here.
bed.
And the Murphy bed is right behind us, as well as the kitchen table when we want to put the table down, or if we want to slide out both sides, we can have an ottoman for our feet. We want to sit and be comfy. Got all kinds of things going on here.
You know, we looked at all of the at Hershey. We looked at all the other Hershey RV show 2 weeks ago. We looked at all the new all the new Lisa travel events, and we came away feeling that we still, for us, have the best RV out there. We could not be more happy with this.
When you have a 60-pound dog, room is nice.
Okay, the 60-pound dog. Everybody always wants us to say, "Where's Bo?" So Bo is right there. Hey, Bo, say hi.
He's sleeping.
He's sleeping. Bo even likes this thing. So Bo is with us, and that's...
Bo believes in going to sleep as soon as it gets dark.
Yeah, he does.
Gets up at dawn, goes to bed at dark.
He does. You want to tell everybody about why we like this so much, and how we actually, when we just came back from the Elkhart show, and we stayed in a hotel. We had hotel reservations for a couple of nights, and we canceled it after one night in a hotel because we wanted to sleep in this. So what do?
We found a place that we asked around, and someone told us about a manufacturer that had 2 spots for people to camp at, and so we spent the night there at Truma.
Yeah, the Truma water heater and heating company.
I think they'd only been in this building like 2 months or a month.
2 weeks, I think.
2
They've been in
weeks.
their brand new headquarters building in Elkhart. And one of the things they did for their customers is that were coming in for service, they built 2 really nice RV spots with full electric hookups and water. And
nice level
nice
slab.
and flab. So we stayed there, and we slept so much better
slept so
on this
much
bed.
better than the hotel room.
Absolutely love this Murphy bed.
Actually, he got a hotel room, you did, so that I could have a gym. I could have a workout place. But they had 3 pieces of equipment, and 2 were broken.
Yeah.
So the gym wasn't all it was cracked up to be.
Yeah. So, but that's another thing we came to realize why it's so nice to have an RV and just to sleep in it.
And because all your things are handy. You don't have to pack things up. I mean, everything is right here. It's clean. Big thing. Clean.
We have our own ensuite bathroom and shower.
Mm-hmm.
And we have that Truma heater, which gives you instant hot water. So we had really nice showers in this.
Everything was... We just got to figure out how to get my treadmill and stuff in here.
You could get a big trailer like the Class A's pull. And
there you go.
I'd like to take my
Peloton.
my Peloton bike.
I
Man,
know that.
It would be great.
And then people will say, go take a hike.
Well, we do take hikes, and we
exercise.
do, as best we can with the dog, because the dog's not allowed in a lot of places to hike. But we're finding places in state parks where you can hike with the dog, and that's
My problem is I worked at a gym for like 29 years, so I like the gym.
You need an endorphin rush, right?
I do.
Every day. Hey, Ray Jones in Indianapolis, healing with a right shoulder. Ooh, that was mine. I had my shoulder replaced a few years ago, Ray, and it's the best thing I ever did. So, well, next to my knee, I had my right knee replaced a few years before that.
Yeah.
Bev asked a question: is the blind spot assist working yet? If yes, is it helpful, Jennifer?
Yes, it's working, and it's great. I love it.
I am really pleased with it.
And you're glad now you have it.
I am very glad. When we first got it, actually they sent it to us to evaluate. Cub, C-U-B is the company that makes it. And it's expensive. It's $900 or something bucks. It's a pretty elaborate system to install and to hook up. I had it professionally hooked up for me. And because we have a 2019 Mercedes chassis, the connector that they had for it that connects to the certain bus in the system in the RV was set up for 2018s and below. So they had to do a new connector, and they did that. And it's great. So the blind spot, I've got right on the center columns each side. A car comes up, it lights up. You try and turn into that lane, and somebody's anywhere near, it'll beep and warn you. And so we are delighted.
Every car should have that.
They should.
I mean, no car should be on the road
They
without
should.
that.
Yep.
To keep us from bumping into each other.
Yeah. Mike and Susan started our downsize yesterday from a 38-foot toy hauler to an Integra Odyssey. Well, congratulations. It's always fun when you move out of one RV into another, because you realize all the stuff that you really never used that you carried in it. So you get to remove a lot of equipment, and that's really fun. Brent Adami and Julie from Northville, Michigan, not too far from where we are right now. And let's see. Hello from the mighty Mitten State. Where do you put the soil laundry basket and bow food?
Well, the laundry bag, I put it in the shower.
Should I show them what that looks? No, I don't.
No,
You know,
it,
it's just
I,
a green Santa
it's just
Claus
a
bag,
green,
only it's for laundry.
so the air can get through it. You don't want plastic. It's just a big bag, and I put it in the shower. So I move it out, move it in. Uh, I could, well, some people where we have this desk, they don't have the desk, and they make it for storage, inside storage.
I'll see if I
I
can
mean,
show
there's
that.
storage outside,
You
but I like
see,
inside storage.
see down there in the left, that little space right there, right there.
Under that cushion.
That's where we're actually using this on a little desk. There's a little fold-up desk that stores in there, and that's what we have our computer and the microphone and our control center and our gear all hooked up on.
So this desk can also be an ottoman. They're big into ottomans.
Oh yeah, you can
Three
pull that out for an
ottomans.
ottoman. I use it back there. I'll set it up sometimes and work back there while Jennifer's here. But some people don't use that desk, and they use that for storage for things like that.
So that could be for laundry. The bad thing is laundry gets smelly, at least ours does, after a few days, and then you could put it outside if you wanted. But I usually do laundry about every 3 or 4 days.
Hey, just a quick announcement. I wanted to first thank everybody.
And Bo's Food.
And Bo's Food. Bo's Food goes in the shower, little shower area as well. It's just a bag. And then we keep his frozen food in the freezer.
Mm-hmm.
So, we sometimes we'll put stuff in that shower area. We drink a lot of bottled water, and we'll put a case of that in there, and it's not hard to move.
And
it
then we're
around.
lifting things
Yeah.
in and out.
Yep. Hey, I wanted to thank everybody who signed up in the last week for our RV renting school class. We started a full course. It's like 21 lessons on how to rent out your RV, how it actually will pay for itself. And this has been great response for that. But I wanted to, once again, if you've been thinking of that, I want to just remind you that the special pricing, which is $100 off normal pricing, it ends at midnight tomorrow. So it goes to $297 after, or it goes to $197 after tomorrow. So to get that $100 discount, you need to act before midnight, and there's the address. If you don't know what we're talking about, write down that link and check it out a little later on, and you can see. Let's see. How did you make the choice of what to get to travel in? Trial and error. We've always liked leisure travel vans, and for us, it was a choice of really. We went to the company to do a video on their factory. We do a series. I'll have a couple that we shot just last week on other manufacturers. We like to do how they made them, and we go to manufacturers' companies and we show you how they make them. And we got several that are already up on the channel here, and we shot 2 last week in Elkhart. The only ones that won't let us in is Airstream.
They won't?
They won't. We've tried a couple of times. They won't let me come in and shoot it. It makes me wonder what they're hiding. But
They're not hiding
everybody else
anything.
is
They're
delighted.
just big.
They're not that big. We've been big reflectors. But anyway, so we went up and we did one in Winkler, Montana, and then we borrowed a Wonder, a leisure travel van, Unity Wonder. We really liked that. We drove it.
Like the Wonder, the Ford chassis.
Yeah, it was the first time we
Like
ever
the
driven.
twin
We wanted
beds.
to. There's a video up on that, and you can see that as well. But then at Salt Lake City, we saw this unit, the one we're in. It was actually brought there. It was the first on their 2019. And we begged and wheedled our way and said, we want to buy this one, and this is the one we bought. We ended up buying it through a dealer in Albuquerque. We had to get it transported there. But we just like it. This slides out, this area we're in now. This is where it drops down the Murphy bed. It's got the rear part to work on. Just so comfortable for us. Now, everybody's different. You may not need this much room. You may need more room. But we've been in a Class B van for 6.5, 7 years. Enjoyed that. Loved it all.
And I've had ebony and cherry
Interiors,
and
yeah.
light interiors like this one. Our first one was light. And
I like this interior. It's very pleasing.
I like them all. I like even the like walnut look, the darker wood. But for us, what I like about the light and the light interior is it feels more spacious. But
Don't you think it is more spacious? I mean, there's a
it
lot of room in this thing.
it's the way it looks. I mean, because I told you, one unit I looked at and I looked at the same thing in a different color, and I thought, wow, this feels big, and the other one I thought, ooh, this feels so small.
So just the inside
Just the
color.
yeah, the inside color.
Yeah. So anyway, we did look at that and look at different models, and this is the one that we settled on, and we bought this. The other ones, the other RVs we had, as influencers or whatever, they provided them for us, and in exchange they got lots of visibility. This one we bought, and with the help of the bank, who I guess really owns it. but we really do like this van, and if you look on the channel. Dale, you'll see lots and lots of videos on this. I think we did 3 or 4 what we really like about it, and a couple of things that we don't like, and that's also on there. So check out our videos. Let's see. Going down, I'm going to just try to quickly go to questions because, boy, there's a lot of you on there tonight. Hello from Escalante, Utah, while following your 7-day adventure guide. Yes, thank you, Sharon. Oh, man, I wish I was with you. One of the pictures I have up on the wall there that we got back is our van going down. I think that's in Canyonlands National Park in Utah. Just the wide open
so
spaces.
Pretty there.
We love Utah. And thank you. That's a great time for us to plug all of our books. We've got 7-day adventure guide books up, 5 of them in different parts of the country. If you, they're meant for, like Sharon, if you only got 7 days, 10 days, 2 weeks, you don't want to miss anything. We show you where to go, what to see, where to stay, all the places you can stay. Highlights, and they're ebooks. You can download them really quick. And thank you, Sharon, for sharing all that. Just rvlifestyle.com/books, and that's our guide to Utah, which is up there, one of them. And that was fun. I hope you enjoy it. You're at a great time of year. I don't know what the temperatures are now, but it can get really hot, so that's good. Greetings from Orlando, Florida. Jennifer said she just subscribed. Thank you, Jennifer. That means a lot to us. We appreciate that. Every subscriber is like, honest, we celebrate them all. In our house here, Sticks and Bricks house, we have a little clock, and it shows you every time somebody subscribes, and that's pretty nice to watch it go.
But they changed it.
They changed some of it now. They only will show you in hundreds, so. We're getting close to 100,000 subscribers. I'm really impatient, and hopefully by the end of the year. But if you guys have not yet subscribed, would you do so? Please hit that subscribe.
So happy.
It would make me so happy when we want to get to 100,000. I don't know. It's just like our goal.
Good.
Sounds good, and it's our goal. So we're pretty excited about that. Debbie Jones, we enjoy watching you. You have been so informative for us newbies. Our question, how do you dry towels? Tea towels and washcloths. I don't know what a tea towel is.
I've got a little clothesline in our bathroom. When things are wet, I hang them up in the shower area.
It's a little stretchy clothesline that runs across the shower.
Mm-hmm.
And we got a couple of those stick-on hooks that you put there.
Yeah, so when things are wet, some people will put a line right across the whole interior, but I didn't want to do that. The one that we got that was used had a line all the way across the back, and that's kind of an obstacle because with that one you needed to look out the back window. But when things are wet, you hang them up in the bathroom, or else you could put a line wherever you want to put it across.
And do you use any special kind of towels?
No.
No? Some people use those microfiber towels. They say they dry real quick. But...
Yeah.
But we just use
I bought
regular
some special towels in Tampa once, and I didn't like them. They didn't dry any faster than anything else.
Regular towels.
Yeah.
I have dark blue. She has gray. That's all I can
found out
contribute
you don't
to
want
that.
white.
Yeah. Why, get too dirty?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Doris asks, how long have you been able to boondock at one time with your motorhome? This one 4 or 5 days, but I suspect we could have gotten a little bit longer if we wanted to, but we tend to be moving on to someplace else. We tend to, eat out every couple of days. So when when we go out to eat, if we need water, we'll top off with water before we come back. Often when we boondock, we'll go to one place for a couple of days and then maybe move 5, 10 miles or 20 miles short distance to another place. So whenever I have an opportunity, I'll top off with water, and we'll find a dump. But 4 or 5 days, maybe 5 days at the most, we've been in, and we probably could have done longer, but that's the longer we stay in one spot. We don't stay in one spot. We do a lot of exploring. And the nice thing about a fairly small RV like this is that it's your transportation too. It's your second vehicle. You don't have to have a tow vehicle. And when you're boondocking, you don't have to do anything. Now we have automatic levelers, so we have
That
to.
makes it easy. That's
It gets
nice.
it so nice. I just can't believe how nice that is. And they have the slide, so you bring the slide in. That takes 20 seconds. We take up the automatic levelers. That's another 20 seconds, and we're off to go. And so we tend to move around about 4 or 5 days, and I've got it. We have 2 lithium batteries. We have 400 watts of solar, and a 2,000 watt inverter, and we can run everything off the batteries except the air conditioner. And say like all the lights are on right now inside, and we watch TV, or now our new satellite system that we have, we may get down to 80, 75, 80% battery power by morning when you're boondocking. The solar, assuming the sun's out, the solar will top it all off and back to 100% by afternoon, mid-late afternoon. So it kind of balances out the batteries. It's a little game you play with it all the time, but we have not had any problems of running out. I've debated getting more batteries so I could run the the air conditioner, or maybe even a bigger inverter. We do run the air when it's hot and we stop at a rest area or someplace. We can run the inverter or run the generator. We have a LP, a gas generator, propane gas generator.
So that we can take a nap or eat if it's too hot, or
Yeah.
if we run in someplace for like half an hour, so that we can leave Bo in the rig and not worry about him.
And the AC works great. I mean,
Yeah.
it cools it down to 70. Even we've been in 100-degree weather, and it's kept it 73 if we're in here.
I mean, we had like the original lithium batteries that didn't work.
Oh my gosh, the first ones we got were terrible.
I mean,
no,
that was-
it was a prototype. So let's
Right.
not.
Yeah.
We can't blame any manufacturer because
no.
they were figuring it all out. And this was six years ago when we first started.
We were the little guinea pigs.
But now especially the ones they're so simple to use and just so effective, and they weigh less, they charge faster. We're big fans of lithium. So I hope that answered your question. Charlotte, have sure missed you kids the past several weeks. Finally back in Rockport, Texas. So good to see you enjoying life in your new rig. Well, it's not so new anymore. It's been 6 months, but
Getting old, 6 months.
Yeah,
Woo.
yeah, it's getting way old.
Look at that cute puppy.
Yeah. Charlotte's dog. Look at that. Yeah. Sharon Rose from Kansas. You may have answered this before, but do you cover your tires when you're parked? How about your windshield wipers? Thanks. I don't. We're never parked in one spot very long. Even in our own driveway, we're not parked when we're at our Sticks and Bricks or when we're down in Florida at our condo. I don't cover the tires.
I think the windshield wipers sounds like a good idea.
I guess it wouldn't be bad to do it in the winter
Yeah.
when it freezes on.
Yeah.
Can you get covers for the windshield wipers? I don't know.
I read something about covering the windshield
I've seen
wipers.
people put like a piece of cardboard underneath them so they don't stick to the. Maybe that's what I ought to do. I don't know.
Interferes somehow with the going back and forth. Yeah.
Well,
I read something about windshield wipers.
because you get a lot of ice build up on in the winter.
Yeah.
I don't know if there's covers for windshield wipers.
We get out of here.
Yeah, yeah. My solution, Sharon, is to go to Florida when it gets really
But
bad.
I'd rather go up to the snow.
Now we are going up the snow, and this is a good time to invite you. You want to go camping with us in the winter? We go every year. Tequamanon Falls State Park is where we go, and we go. I think we're going now. You have your little
My
calendar.
Little handy dandy
We're
calendar.
going up. It will be
The second weekend in January.
Friday the 10th and Saturday the 11th of January. We will be at Tequamanon Falls State Park in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. And usually there's about 2.5 feet of snow on the level ground. The Michigan DNR plows out all of our sites. They all have electricity, so you can run your heater and your lights, and you can even many of us take a little small little ceramic heater as well. We have snowshoeing. We have big campfires. It's just a ball,
They have
right?
snowshoes that you can borrow at the campgrounds.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
we got to call and ask about that. Do we have any?
I did call. I have to. We have a couple of volunteers set up. We go out to dinner to area restaurants, and there's a couple of fabulous restaurants that are just really fun. And anyway, if you want to know more about it, make sure you're a member of our Facebook group. That's the link to the Facebook group, and join our
Oh, I'm
group.
sorry, Bo. I didn't mean to scare you. I
That's-
moved my foot and now he jumped
yeah.
out of the skin. He's
Yeah.
a skittish boy.
So
Sorry, Bo.
so anyway, check out there, and then you just do a search, and you can learn about our camping trip. But we have a ball up there.
Sorry.
So how I got on that, I don't know, but that's how you get to our Facebook group, and you can from there you can search winter camp out, and you make your own reservations. I don't know how many. I think we've got 35 units coming right now so far, so that's a bunch of us. That's about what we do. Do you drive in high winds? If not, at what miles per hour do you stop at? When I can't hold on to the wheel anymore, I drive in high winds all the time.
Yeah. When it really blows,
Yeah, I have
you just
never
usually slow down.
I've never had to pull over because of winds, ever. Once we pulled over because of a driving rain that just never quit, and that was in Ohio. And that's why you like a motorhome. We just pulled. I think we pulled into a hotel parking lot, and just took a nap until the rain stopped for an hour. It was great.
People are going to think we bought this thing to take naps.
Well, we did. That's a big factor.
I mean, it's just how many times you drive and you just get tired. You fall in love with this.
You fall
get
in
tired,
and you sleep. You take
any
a nap.
parking lot you can find, take a little nap.
You got a
back on
refrigerator.
the
You have a
road.
little snack, and
You got,
it's great.
Your bathroom.
Yeah.
You are set.
But I've never had to pull off in high winds, and that's including cross country. And the one state we always get really strong winds, and people always say, "Where's it worse?" It's surprisingly, it is Ohio, and it is on I-75, right around from Findlay to Dayton. It's usually really windy there for some reason.
And that's usually where the weather turns bad.
Yeah, when we come home, it's usually we're coming back from the south, and we get there, we see this wall of dark clouds ahead of
Yeah.
us. But I've never had to pull over. I have slowed down, to maybe 65, 60, 65. That's slowing down for me.
That's
And
because you got a wife squawking.
yeah, you better slow down. You better slow down. All right, but it hasn't been. If it ever got really bad, I wouldn't hesitate to pull off the road.
Right.
And that's the beauty of having a motor home. You've got your home right there, and you can just take as much time. Hey, Mike and Joe, stop at any cool gas stations lately? No, I don't know of any cool gas
sometimes
stations.
we do, like the one that had the nice dog area was kind of the way fun buildings that they had set up.
Oh, that was along I-75 in Georgia, someplace just south of Perry, I think, wasn't it? There was a rest area. It was a gas station. It was a gas station.
Gas station.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of the gas station, but it was a pretty neat thing.
I think you took some pictures of it because it
I
was
put
unusual.
I put it on Instagram.
Oh,
In fact, as we travel, I have been using Instagram a lot. If you've never followed us, that's our same for Twitter as well. We're RV Lifestyle Mike. I've really just recently started using Instagram a lot, and if you've never followed us, please do so, and you can find it. But I usually, I always show cool gas stations. We really like Road Trip Buddy, Loves, Loves, the big truck stop, because most of them have a dog off-leash dog area. It's small, but it's fenced in where Bo can stretch his legs and run around a little. And you can get LP gas if you want to fill up at most of the Loves. Some of them even have water that you can take on, and of course fuel for your vehicle. But so we like Loves a lot. But that's the extent of our cool gas stations that we would go. Let's see. Ray says 152 watching now. Click on the thumbs up button, folks. That is good. That's how we'll get to that 100,000 subscribers if people see us. Everybody hit the thumbs up button. Thank you, Ray, for telling everybody. Everybody do it at once, and we'll see them all come across, and it helps us get noticed. I appreciate that. Did you? Let's see if we can call this. This is from. I'm trying to bring it up here. Yeah, Deacon St. John, did you see any RVs at the last RV show that you would buy for your next one? Well, I really like that Heimer Mobile. Heimer Mobile, Mobil.
Yeah, but that was an A, wasn't it?
No, it's really a C.
It
Um,
seemed quite large.
they may call it an A, but it's on the Mercedes chassis, the 3500 cutaway chassis, and they kind of built it up. But that's not going to be here from Thor for a couple of years minimum. And what I think I really liked about it most was all of the innovative features. I mean, describe them, like the TV and that thing about the pantry. A simple little thing, but you really like that.
Well, what I thought was a good idea, the pantry, instead of having one big pantry, we have a beautiful large pantry.
Should I show them ours?
Excuse me.
What I'm talking about?
You can. But what they had two pantries. And the reason I like that is someone told me who has what we have that she has broken hers a couple times because she loads it up with heavy things.
Okay,
and I thought that would be pretty easy to do, to get too many heavy things in there.
This is our pantry.
But it's empty.
And you see how you can't try to see it. Can you see all that? And so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 long things. And if you load that thing up, it can get really heavy.
Yeah, just because someone told me that she had broken hers a couple of times.
So the one that we saw they had one here and then a second one here. So this big was divided
So
up
it
into
wouldn't be
two.
so stressful.
Yeah.
On the pantry door.
And I liked that. They put the TV away. We're not big TV watchers, although now that we have a satellite TV from Dish TV.
Hey, tonight we want to watch this series that we're watching.
Oh yeah,
Should we watch it out here?
No, because we don't have a good satellite system because there's trees all around us.
Darn.
Have just a plug for. Do you guys all like Ken Burns documentaries? If you know who Ken Burns is, he's just amazing. He's got a new series on country music. And I'll admit, I like country music.
Even if you don't like country music, you'll find it interesting.
It's just such great history. And it's an 8-part series. We watch it's on demand. If you go to your local PBS station, you should be able to watch it on your computer. So we're going to watch that second part tonight.
We watched the first one, and we're going to try to hit the second one tonight.
Really interesting. I mean,
all
just
the old
very
pictures
fascinating.
And the history of this country.
Yep. So anyway, how do we get onto that
I don't
topic?
know.
But we tend to keep going. All right, I got to move on before we run out of time here, and I'm only getting to half down. My 2011 Silverado doesn't like biodiesel; it eats the gasket. Well, that's a Silverado. It doesn't happen here on the Mercedes. So, my husband and I are renting a Class B camper while visiting the Grand Tetons.
Good.
Is it possible to hold a dispersed campsite for a couple of nights if we were to visit the parks during the day? Thank you. Yes, it is. If it's dispersed, no, it's first come first serve. You leave, somebody else could take it. Some people leave chairs and say this side is occupied. You don't want anybody to steal your chairs. Better solution is maybe take a little bit of rope and run it across a couple of trees with the little occupied sign on it.
Well, could somebody come and then you could park like 5 feet from them?
That happened to us
is it only
once.
one spot? I mean,
Yeah,
you could kind of jam in there.
But usually you can use it several days in a row. The thing is, when you go off and explore, you don't want somebody to steal it. I don't think that will be a problem. Hopefully not. Or you have to find another one.
Find one or move next to them.
Yeah. All right, I'm going to jump down here as fast as I can because...
Are you a speed reader? Can you see that?
I'm trying to... Rose, is the curtain between the cab and the living section insulated to block the coldness? We don't have a curtain between the cab and the living section. We do have a curtain that goes around and covers up the windshield.
The front windshield, and that's insulated.
Yeah, it's heavy material.
Yeah, but we could put a curtain back there.
Yeah,
we were so inclined.
But the heater works great. I mean, the heater. I could not be more pleased with the heater and the air conditioning in this unit.
And I like light to help me wake up in the morning.
Yeah, So there is an insulated curtain that kind of wraps around the inside, around the front door or the front windshield, and that's what we have. Almighty says, "Where's the wardrobe in this home?" There's one right that way, and there's one right across from us. We showed it easier. So there's actually two. There's a big one and a one about that wide. I gotta get my can about that wide that you keep for stuff, and then there's a great big one about that wide. So, Hey, we're on the road in Madison, Wisconsin. Thought I put a lot of miles since I got my rig in March. 7K, you got me beat. Well,
No, we're not trying to beat you.
we're not trying to beat you. In fact, we're trying
We're
to
getting a
figure
little
out.
depressed about how
Yeah.
many miles we're putting on this thing.
Will we see you guys at the Tampa RV Super Show in January?
Good Lord willing, you will.
Yep, we'll be there, and we love Tampa, and that is actually the weekend after our winter campout. So we'll be at the winter campout and get our taste of the cold, let Bo enjoy it, and then we go down to Tampa. What do you put over your windshield when you're in the campground for privacy? That's that
We have
the curtain that wraps around.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if they can see part of it here.
We have a curtain.
See that curtain right there?
And we wrap that around.
Actually, it goes in towards the windshield and around that way. It doesn't come out this way.
And what I like is this curtain you can't see through. In
Yeah.
our other RVs, the curtains are so thin that you could see right through them.
Yep. And just for you people who are just jumping on now, Chris reminds everybody we'll be at the California RV Show in the camping area, RV area, the Camping California area, and also the Leisure Travel Vans display area. And we'll be there both Friday and Saturday. And please come and say hi to us. Thank you, Chris, for putting that out. And that's out there on the in the comments section there. How do you manage the dog hair? No matter what we do, we're covered in it with a black and yellow lab, no less. Welcome to the club.
Yeah.
Bo
we open up the passenger doors and dog hair, if it's windy, will go flying out.
Yeah.
It's all over everything up there.
Here's a little
We have
secret.
one
Open the
dog,
passenger and the
open
driver's
both
side,
doors.
and then it'll just blow it out.
I sweep it out.
We sweep it out. We sometimes you'll take masking tape. How do you do that?
Well, I could. I mean, this fabric that we've got, this leather, it doesn't stick, to leather, so the hair doesn't stick up here. But yeah, you have to deal with
Yeah,
hair.
that's the problem with the dog.
Trouble with having a
Sweep it
dog.
out a lot. And
I actually sweep it out every day.
you have the bed made up when in the up position.
Yes.
Yes.
The sheets are on it, the blanket's on it.
Yep. I mean, we kind of fold them away
We kind of fold
so they're
it
not
up
sticking out, and then
and towards the center.
so then when we take it down, we just kind of
Yeah.
flop them over, and you're all set.
You have to be.
It's really
Neat.
easy. There's somebody talking about why you don't like hotels. It's clean and nobody else's germs from a hotel. Boy, that's a big part. Nobody else's germs. We were able to see Embassy RV waiting to hear pricing on their transit using the new chassis. Yes, we did go to Embassy RV, and we had a tour. I was hoping I could do a full video, but they had nothing done. And it's a very small company. They tend to make buses and specialized things like surgical on the surgical units, surgical repair units for surgical tours. It goes around. There's buses that go to hospitals and they sharpen scalpels or whatever surgical instruments need repair and sharpening and calibration. They make those, and they do make a really nice RV. I like his system. They bond. There's no nails. They bond everything. They don't do any screws through the wood. But they had nothing that was done, and they won't have any finished units. They just got the last finished went out the day before we got there.
The day before we got there.
But really enjoyed the company and had a great time talking with them. And we made arrangements tentatively to stop by there in late November, just before Thanksgiving. If they have one done, we'll show it there. We did shoot one, took video of one at the Tampa show, and I can throw that into that video as well. But it's an interesting RV. They make them on the Dodge chassis and on the Ford Transit chassis. And one of the things we learned in Elkhart last week is most RV manufacturers are having a dickens of a time getting 2019 Mercedes chassis for Class B units. They just aren't getting them. Coachman, for example, has gotten none, and they've had actually dealers have had to return money on deposits because Mercedes, all of their Sprinter chassis have been taken up by Amazon. We did find one company in Elkhart that has a whole bunch of Sprinter chassis 2019s, and that is Rev, the Rev Group, or Midwest Automotive, I think it's the name of the company. And it's owned by the Rev Group, and they make the IROC and Midwest and a couple of different brands. And they told us, every place we looked, we saw Sprinters, 2019s, and they said that they sometimes paid $10,000 more for a chassis because they made the determination they wanted to have enough chassis on hand to meet the demand of all their customers, so they didn't have to say, we can't deliver this now. And they made that business choice. So they bought up as many chassis as they can find, and they're building them like crazy. We went to their factory. We'll have a video on that in a couple of weeks. But most are having a heck of a time getting the Mercedes chassis and are moved to the Dodge ProMaster or the Ford Transit, and that's what Embassy seems to be leaning towards.
Now, who just decided they are going with Mercedes? What big company is now buying up Ford or Dodge?
Oh, that excuse me, that was the post office.
Post office. Yeah.
Yeah, Mercedes. Excuse me, RV dealers have had a heck of a time getting the Mercedes chassis because Amazon bought so many. What did they like 30,000?
They bought them all up.
Well, now the post office has decided to buy up. I think it's the Ram ProMaster chassis.
It's one of
and
them.
then, so that gives you the Ford Transit chassis, which is really coming on fast as a chassis of choice for many makers, RV makers. The Sprinters will get there eventually because there's a lot of orders out for them, but a lot of turmoil in the Class B industry
A lot of
this year
frustration. I
because
feel
they
so
can't
sorry
get those
for
Mercedes
all these
chassis.
manufacturers who can't get what they need so they can fill their orders.
Yeah, it's been nuts. What do you think of the new Winnebago Bolt and Travato that run on lithium batteries? No generator because of its battery life. Great if you can afford it. The Bolt, fully equipped, is $200,000 new. The Travato is the top-selling Class B van in America, in North America right now. The Travato is, the Winnebago Travato. Congratulations to Winnebago for that. They've got some competition from Thor, which just introduced a brand new model called the Sequence, which is an exact copy of the Travato, unashamedly by Thor. The one thing it doesn't have is it doesn't have lithium. And that's where I think the Travato will continue to thrive, because lithium is clearly the future for electrical systems and power management in a van. And Travato and Winnebago have recognized that. The Bolt's a higher end unit and with massive lithium, and the Travato as well, which is a little smaller. But both just at the top of their game, both of those units. They're really nice. Blind spot assist at 900. Installation, how much? Might be expensive, but the accident it could prevent puts it in price. Don't hold me the $900 price. I think that's what they charge. Installation was about $150, I think. And I had to go back and put that new module on, and they didn't charge me anything extra for that. So well worth it. It's well worth. You could probably install it yourself if you're handy. But not this guy, right? Yeah.
Not me.
Not me. All right, I'm gonna just be able to take a couple more. You guys have been great. Let's see. Somebody asked, how do you dry your towels? I know many of you will ask us a question and we don't answer it right away because there's 250 people asking questions, and we kind of scroll down here and I'll see some of them. And let's get, your videos are inspirational but educational and helpful. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. See Me. That's a great name. Let's see. With all the RV shows you visit, what does it take for you to consider upgrading, changing your motorhome? Well, I hope not for a while. Anything. I've really put a lot of stuff in this. You'll see our new satellite TV installation. I've got a video coming on that this week. I added a new cell phone booster. That's coming. You've seen in previous videos things we've put on, like the ladder, our lithium upgrades, and our 2 different internet systems. So
You have souped this baby up.
I've souped this thing up, and I don't want to go through it again. And I mean, we really have it working the way we like it. And so I think we're going to keep this for a while. And it was different because before we were kind of like the official ambassadors on the road and brand ambassadors for Road Trek. And of course, Road Trek went out of business, and we sent our van back, to them. And then we were going to have to get something. And we were looking at 2 or 3 different models, and we chose this one. And I'm about ready. I don't want to go through that again for a while. I'm happy with it. And I think you really like this one, too.
Mm-hmm.
Yesterday we took delivery of our 2019 Unity FX, same model we have. I notice you have portholes right up here in the Murphy bed for natural light. What year is your FX? This is the 19, and you explain it to them.
They only did this in ours. Why, I don't know, but
We never asked for
I
it.
am so grateful that they did that because I love them. Because I can reach in there and I can see
You
out.
see the shade back behind there? We can pull that down.
I can open up the window, get some cross ventilation in there. Excuse me. I think they should put them in all of them.
But they told us that I said,
They
well,
just did it as a fluke.
so people were asking us when we first got it, and they saw those, and they said, well, how did you get those? And I said, well, it comes with it.
We thought they all came with that.
But for some reason, I think they wanted to see what they're like, and we'll be doing a live shot next, right here, our YouTube Ask Us Anything. We'll do it on Saturday, this coming Saturday afternoon. We'll do it 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock Pacific time, so it'll be 5 o'clock Eastern. We'll do it from the show, and we'll ask Dean from Leisure why they didn't do it on other models.
But we've had people measuring,
we've
taking pictures.
They've come and take pictures, and they've measured
and
it.
they're going to add it to theirs.
It's crazy not to have them because, like right now, if we had the windows open, you get cross ventilation. Of course,
And
when
you
the
can
Murphy
see
bed's
out.
down, you get the ventilation. But when
Right.
it's up, and
But-
you can see out.
But yeah,
So-
you want to look out that
But
because
why
otherwise
they-
I wouldn't be able to look out any windows unless I went up to the cab.
Now, unless they found something structurally wrong with that
Right.
system, I don't know. Maybe we shouldn't have had it.
No, we're not done yet, are we?
Yeah. Do you think taking a small 9-pound toy dog is out of the question if I carry her in a sling?
No.
Where? You talking about?
Well, you can't take them on
You
like
can't take him in a national
on
park
the
on the
national
trail.
park.
So and they're not allowed, in some state parks on trails because of animals. So I don't know. That's the trouble. It is. There's a lot of places that are very dog unfriendly. All right, I'm going on really down to the end here. Just so many, but we've run out of time.
Excuse me.
I do want to say a couple things. The Geeks on Tour. There's our pals, Chris and Jim. Hey, we miss seeing you guys. Where are you now? Last I saw on Facebook, you were in Chicago. So we miss hooking up with you guys and catching up and everything and having a dinner. So anyway, if you don't know these guys, check them out. Geeks on Tour. They've got a website. They've got the best education you'll find anywhere about technology and RV. Particularly managing all your photos with your smartphone. Geeks on Tour, they do seminars at a lot of the big FMCA rallies and other rallies around the country, and they're good friends of ours, and we always like to see them on there. So that's always great. Okay, quickly, Sarah says we have been test driving B's and C's. We'll walk through the RV and fall in love with them. We take the test drive. We're always disappointed in how it drives. Well, that's a great thing that you're doing. That is
So happy that you're doing the test drive.
Yeah, they all drive somewhat rough. There are some people who put on those air suspension, which really does a nice job. It's very expensive. It's usually $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 to put on air suspension. That's why we haven't done it on this. I don't think we need it. Bo would argue with that. Bo doesn't like the bumpy roads, so we put
And
a
some
little
of our
bed down
roads
for
are
him.
so bad in Michigan. They're just terrible.
But all RVs, they're basically a box built on a chassis. They are gonna buy.
And
So,
Dean explained to us it's kind of like being in an earthquake.
yeah. Do you think the van life movement has caused an insane inflation in used Class Bs? Do you think when the hype drops, the market will come back down and stabilize? Boy, the van life movement has really just exploded. Most of it by younger people, who are foregoing, traditional homes in the suburbs and office jobs and getting their traveling done first. And more power to them. Enjoy it. But it is. There's a lot of people buying vans. They're buying, though, I don't want to say entry-level vans, but not a lot of the higher-end vans, and you can still get those. I think that the biggest problem for the difficulty in finding a lot of used vans is the Mercedes chassis have just not been available this year, and so used vans are calling a premier price, and more people going into van life. All of the RV makers have recognized that the major growth is in B vans. All of them have recognized that. So you'll see a lot more coming on the market. And hopefully there'll be a good stock of used ones. But that's why I always recommend people get one, because you can sell it for almost what you paid for it. It's a little bit of loss for depreciation, but it's a big movement, and the van life movement. It'll eventually taper down, and people will move up, and these will become available. But a couple of factors, and a big factor is, I think, the lack of Mercedes chassis on a lot of those vans.
I think they're just going to get smaller.
Yeah.
The vans. And look at how they're putting tents on the roof and tents on the side, and just small, cooking outside. I mean, the young people really like the roughing it.
Yeah. Please consider installing a temperature alarm. Never rely on the AC to not quit. I do have one.
We have one.
I have RV Pet Safety. It's plugged in right back there. It's amazing. And I love it. It gives me an alert if the temperature gets above or below a certain level I've set. And I do recommend them. They're expensive. They're like 300 and something bucks. But especially when you have a dog, it really makes it nice to have them in there. Okay, we have been on way too long. And thank you guys for spending your Sunday night with us. We're going to go watch part 2 of Ken Burns' documentary on country music. Please, again, don't forget that if you're thinking about enrolling in that RV rental school course up there that we've been talking about, the $100 discount expires at midnight tomorrow night. So if you've been putting it off, saying, well, I'll look at that later, look at it now, consider it now, because after midnight tomorrow, it goes up to its full price, which is $100 more. So check it out. And don't forget, if you're anywhere near us in California, we want to see you Friday and Saturday. We'll be at the California RV Show. We'll be on all of our social media platforms, and we'll tell you where we're going to be, and you can follow us on all of them. And we invite you guys to be a part of our social media community as well. So with all that, we want to just say thank you guys so much, and we'll catch you out later.
All right. Happy trails. Bo's starting to give us dirty looks. I think he wants to go inside and go to bed.
Yeah. Bye-bye, fellow
Bye.
travelers.